Inflation is a situation of sustained increase in the general price level in economy. Inflation means an increase in the cost of living as the price of goods and services. Indicator of inflation: first is consumer price index and second is producer price index. Causes of inflation: first is rapid increases in aggregate demand, higher than the increase in supply of output. Second, when production costs increase. Third is money supply rises beyond supply of goods or services in the market.
Next, I will talk about inflation in Malaysia. So, historically, Malaysia has been one with low long-term inflation rate, which is 2.9%. However, we have experienced 4 episodes of high inflation, which is during mid-1970s, 1980s, 1990s, and in late 2000s. The first one is during 1970s and 1980s. At that time, the global oil price shocks 1 and 2 occurred, and the food prices also surged. So what happened was our global oil prices rose sharply due to Egyptian-Israeli war in 1973 and the Iranian Revolution in 1979. The oil shocks resulted in domestic retail fuel prices rising by 9.3% in 1974 and 7.9% in 1981. Meanwhile, the global food price rose strongly due to shortage of food supplies globally. The food inflation surged to 26.2% and 11.4% in both years, mainly due to increase in prices of rice, bread, and other cereals, fruits and vegetables subcategories. As a result, there was a broad based increase in domestic inflation to 17.3% and 9.7% in 1981. The next one is during 1990s. So our inflation rate remained above 3% except in 1997 and 1999. During that time, our average rental rates increased persistently. The gross rent, fuel, and power category of CPI recording highest inflation rate of 4.4% in 1998. Lack of domestic supply also contributed to inflation, particularly in food category. Inflation in transport and communication category was also higher, as bus and taxis fares as well as posted. Next is during 1990s. So during this time, our inflation rate remained above 3%, except in 1997 and 1999. So during that time, our average rental rates increased persistently. The gross rent, fuel, and power category of CPI recording highest inflation rate of 4.4% in 1998. Lack of domestic supply also contributed to inflation, particularly in food category. The inflation in transport and communication category was also higher, as bus and taxi fares as well as postal charges were increased. Inflation peaked at 5.3% in 1998 due to higher import prices. Lastly, during 2000s era, inflation began rising in 2005 and reaching its peak during July 2008. The inflation during this period was driven mainly by external factors, which is higher global commodity and food price. At the same time, global supply of commodity was strained due to limited land for agriculture, global warming, geopolitical developments, and also concerns over disruptions to oil supply. In 2008, fuel prices increased by 14.5%, while the food inflation rose to a 10-year high rate of 8.8%. So Besides of the food and fuel, the electric tariff has also been revised upwards. Other than
Well, we have heard a little bit of explanation about inflation and the cause. There are so many things that happened during the inflation period we have seen since 1997 until now. So, whatever happened, there must be a solution from both economy and financial perspective. There are some practical inflation solutions. The central bank plays a big role in controlling inflation. First, cash reserves are part of cash held by commercial banks based on the amount of customers' deposit. During inflation, the central bank will raise the cash reserve rate. The ability of the commercial banks to lend down the loan, the amount of loan given by commercial bank to customers is down. Then the money supply falls in the market. The market demand for goods and service is down. So this is bringing down the public price drop. So the inflation can be controlled. Next, loan interest rate. During inflation, the central bank will direct the commercial bank to raise the interest rates on loans. The loan divide to the public increase. The number of loan by the public decrease. The money supply in the market decrease. Then the market demand of goods and services to decrease. Bringing the decline in price, inflation can be controlled. In addition to central bank, the government also plays a role in the face of inflation. To encounter productivity challenges and achieve economic growth, there are several steps. First, increase the usage of labour market information to inform skill development policies and programs. Next, equip SMEs to raise their competitiveness while ensuring a strong enabling environment to realize their potential. And lastly, raising female labour force participation to the level expected given Malaysia's economic development could raise income per capita.